So what's going on, everyone? Today is the 21st of March 2024, and we're going to talk about, as a family, we're going to converse and talk about how the SEC is now trying to consider whether or not Ethereum is going to be a security or not. Once again, like we went through this back in 2018 of the SEC trying to classify, Bitcoin, Ethereum, other cryptocurrencies as securities or not. Well, now it looks like they're about to go back down the same road and try to make it a determination. You guys can see from this article from CoinDesk that Ether tumbles 6% as Ethereum ETF hopes dim amid regulatory probe reports. CoinDesk reported Wednesday that the Ethereum Foundation faces a confidential inquiry, and Fortune said the SEC is examining whether Ethereum is a security. Confidential inquiry? Are you serious? Who would want to engage and ask the Ethereum Foundation, what are you guys actually doing? What's this smart contract that you guys created? How is it going to monetize? How are you guys going to, what is your ultimate plan for Ethereum? Who do you think actually issued an inquiry? Confidential, but yet the public knows that someone has inquired as to what the Ethereum Foundation is up to. It's odd. You don't think that these people know who inquired about the Ethereum Foundation? Of course they do. So Ethereum dropped to near $3,200 and other cryptos turned lower as the regulatory headwind weighed on the market. Don't believe that. This is their opinion as to whether or not this was the cause as to why price went down, because you can look at the chart in Ethereum right now and the market went right back up the next day, so much so that I would have to come back and change my price prediction. I just did this price prediction like yesterday, and I'm back again the next day because this is a massive move that occurred in the last 2 days. So even though CoinDesk is trying to tell us that it wasn't a good thing, price went down off of this information, that wasn't the case. Somebody saw this as a massive opportunity to come in and buy up Ethereum. They also go on to state in the article that Ethereum-based spot ETF likely won't get approved by the SEC in May. Okay, this is what a Bloomberg analyst is trying to say. Now, I want to ask you all the question. Do you think Ethereum needs to have a spot ETF like Bitcoin? Or can it flourish without it? Because right now it's doing a fantastic job even without a spot Bitcoin, without a spot ETF. So yeah, give me your thoughts on that too in the comment section. So Ethereum tumbled as much as 6% Wednesday amidst concern. Much hope for ETH exchange traded funds face a roadblock to US approval. We're going to go through this again. We had plenty of financial institutions push the SEC to approve a spot Bitcoin ETF, and finally they caved in. The SEC did. Yeah, Gary Gensler, he caved in because the pressure was insurmountable that he had to go ahead and approve this spot Bitcoin ETF. And now it looks as if they're trying to put up a fight for an Ethereum spot ETF. Will they be successful? Probably not. As more and more financial institutions come to the SEC and be like, hey, we need y'all to go ahead and approve this Ethereum spot Bitcoin ETF. We need to place all of our billions of dollars on the assets into another security, into another basket that we can actually increase and make more money with. And then that's when Gary Gensler is going to cave in again, and maybe not in May, but later, and spot Ethereum ETF will be approved. Now, CoinDesk reported earlier in the day that the Ethereum Foundation, the nonprofit organization that helps develop the blockchain behind the second largest cryptocurrency, faces a confidential inquiry from an unnamed government. Government? So we're not talking about one person. We're talking about a government is sending a confidential inquiry to the Ethereum Foundation. Now, who do you think this government is? For real. To me, I think it's the US government. Because if they're getting pressure to come through and try to approve an Ethereum spot ETF, you don't think the government is going to inquire the Ethereum Foundation to see this nonprofit organization to see if they're actually banking on making bread or not? What other government in the world would place a confidential inquiry about Ethereum. The article goes on to state, as I read, not long after, Fortune said that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is waging a campaign to classify Ethereum blockchain native token as a security, beginning a probe after Ethereum moved to proof of stake network in 2022. This is what I told you earlier in the video. Like, they're trying to go back down the same road as to trying to classify Ethereum as a security. I put up this article right here, or an insight from Cassels. This was back in 2018, June 26, 2018. SEC declares Bitcoin and Ether as non-securities. So why in the world are they trying to wage a campaign to classify Ethereum as a security again? Back in 2018. On Thursday, June 14, 2018, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission Director of Corporate Finance, William Hyman, announced that the commission would not be treating Ether or Bitcoin as securities. The SEC's announcement is in line with the recent comments of SEC Chairman Jay Clayton. So Jay Clayton gets removed from his position. Gary Gensler comes in, and now Gary wants to pick up the mantle and run with this and trying to classify Ethereum as a security, when the prior chairman, Jay Clayton, said that it wasn't. Who recently noted the difference between cryptocurrencies and digital tokens, saying that cryptocurrencies as, quote, replacement for sovereign currencies were not securities, while digital assets revolving around a venture are often securities. So what are we talking about here? Why are they trying to come back down the same road to wage this campaign against Ethereum? Is Ethereum a threat? Is Bitcoin a threat? I don't think the cryptocurrency community needs to have the SEC approval for a spot Ethereum ETF. Ethereum is already flourishing with its many attributes of the smart contract feature. They have already created DeFi, NFTs, stablecoins. All of this is going on right now on the Ethereum blockchain, whether it's layer 2, layer 3, or even on the base blockchain. So now the news is trying to harp on, okay, Ethereum, can we get a spot ETF for this one now? We got Bitcoin. Can we get Ethereum? If Ethereum gets a spot ETF, it's just going to legitimize its actual benefits. Is there a market for an Ethereum ETF? Quote, I do think this relates to the ETF. The SEC has been in an untenable position for some time with its position on Ethereum, says Scott Johnson, general partner at Van Buren Capital, in a post on Twitter. Quote, this is in my opinion either an attempt to maintain its ambiguity for just a bit longer, or the SEC is going nuclear option. The SEC is trying to attack Ethereum. And look at what the market did the next day. The day before, the market in Ethereum was down 10%. Next day, yesterday, the market in Ethereum was up 11%. They bought that information. Somebody bought that news. Now, CoinDesk is trying to spin it to make it negative, but somebody saw this as very positive news. And I would have to say, this is very bullish. For us to be down 9% and then the next day the market in Ethereum goes up 11%, that's bullish. So what we need to do is we need to change our price prediction. You guys can even see that our algorithm has triggered a buy indicator as well too, or a buy signal. So let's go ahead and get rid of this price prediction here. If we were to get out now, we would be down, what, 9.5%. Okay. Now, I don't think this sell zone is going to impact Ethereum's price in the short term. It may impact it a little bit, but I don't think that's going to really hold back this price, because that was a very big move yesterday in Ethereum. So let me go ahead and put this on the chart. So we're going to look for price in Ethereum to try to run back up to this first sell zone, either at the low at 4,050 or at the high of like 41.25. That gives us 16.6%. But yeah, that's very bullish there. Okay. Here's on the 3. We have 13 hours and 11 minutes. I would like to see the market in Ethereum close at the high of that 3-day bar. The volume also is coming into the market. Somebody's buying this. For us over the last 3 days to dip all the way down to $3,020 or $3,030 to now seeing it back up to $35.42 with this high volume, somebody saw that as a buying opportunity. Okay. So yeah, I'm actually finished. Go ahead and give me your thoughts about this whole situation about trying to classify Ethereum as a security, or whether or not the SEC is going to approve a spot Ethereum ETF. What do you guys think? To me, I think they will. It may not be in May. Okay, cool. Like, the market has nothing but time to wait for the approval. But I think eventually, if demand continues to push Gary Gensler into approving a spot Ethereum ETF, then he'll do it. Especially when money is backing it. Because I think that's the reason why Bitcoin got approved, is because we had billions of dollars pushing Gary to go ahead and approve this spot Bitcoin ETF. Namely, probably with the backing of BlackRock. So if BlackRock and other multi-billion-dollar conglomerates in the financial space wants an Ethereum ETF, they'll get one. Because they got the power with the fiat currency that they currently have under management. It's that simple. And given what happened in the price action on the chart for Ethereum, somebody knows something. Give me your thoughts. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.